at that point, and they'll have to keep that up tomorrow, especially against a really good offensive Portland Trailblazers team.
You're having a great first half of the show.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Geets.
Game high 20 points for Kyle Kuzma in the win. You're welcome. He's speaking with Mike in the media. Good job, James.
Hey, Kuz, 9 starts last year, mostly when LeBron or AD sat, and you averaged right around 20. You had that in the first half tonight. What is it about playing with that unit, getting a chance to get a rhythm, shots, etc., that seems to help the flow and the efficiency?
Just more opportunity. Obviously we got 2 superstars, and rightfully so. But when one of those guys are out, I just have more opportunity.
Yeah, first half especially, some of those passes were coming from Marc Gasol. He said that he likes the way that you cut. He's obviously pretty good at seeing the floor. How has that little 2-man relationship helped you on offense, and how much do you think that can be a thing moving forward?
Really good. Right after he signed, I just dove deep into film, watching him, realizing how great of a passer he was, and anytime I'm with him, I just try to play, whether that's 2-man games, Boston cuts, any type of movement, because I know he's going to find me. So.
If I have this right, I don't think he took a shot in the second half that Frank just mentioned last year, helping the all-around game. What were you seeing out there if that was the case?
I just didn't have shots. Maybe could have took 1 or 2, but just try to take what the defense gave me, and I saw a lot of open men out there. Obviously being hot in the first half, I was a focal point for their defense in the second half, so used that to my advantage, and had that gravity, and my teammates just kept pouring it in.
Okay, we're gonna go with Kyle Kuzma next, please.
Hey, Kuz. Frank said he feels like some of the ways you had to adapt to find different ways to impact the game last year really has helped move your game forward this year. Do you feel that's true? And if so, has that taken you time to kind of appreciate the effect that playing and sort of that adaptable role has had on your game?
Obviously last year just trying to find ways to find extra minutes and scrap, and knowing that even now it's not about scoring with myself, because just the firepower that we have, and just the overall makeup of my team, it's never really about scoring anymore. So I just try to find ways to impact the game and just take shots when I have them, and it's made me a better player. So it's really just looking at the forest instead of looking at the tree ahead of you, and treating it as a marathon, and just year by year just trying to add to my game, whether or not the stats reflect it, but just improving, and adding it all up year by year.
More to come on Access. LeBron 127-91. Minnesota has been averaging 115 points per game, but as Fish mentioned, second night of a back-to-back, not happening here at Staples. Kuz goes for 20, efficient. LeBron 18, Gasol 12, 6 players in double figures. Let's hear from Frank Voguel. He's speaking with the media over Zoom.
First of all, how'd you come out of that health-wise? Looked like LeBron tweaked his ankle again, and just overall, what do you think of the offense tonight?
Yeah, well, like you said, Bron tweaked his elbow, tweaked his ankle. We're going to list him as questionable for tomorrow night, see how he feels tomorrow. And Alex Caruso also strained a muscle in his hand. Same deal. We'll list him as questionable, see how he feels tomorrow. Alex probably could have returned if it were a closer game, but we erred on the side of caution. And offensively, really liked their ball movement. I thought Kuz set a great tone for us early in the game. We're really trying to grow his movement, catch and shoot game, and it's just a great night for him, showing all the work he's been putting in. But really set a tone for us moving the ball, shooting threes that are open. And, Marc at the top of the key, we finally saw sort of what we can look like when we play through him with his passing up there.
Okay, we're going to go with David Meneman.
Frank, considering what we spoke about this morning and pregame about AD and the nature of back-to-backs and the intention of playing guys, but obviously if there's anything extenuating that would change things, are you leaning any way on LeBron tomorrow, considering it is a back-to-back and obviously the ankle's now been tweaked twice in 3 games?
Not really leaning one way or the other. We're going to see how he feels tomorrow, and we'll make those decisions on a case-by-case, game-by-game basis throughout the year. And if he's healthy and wants to play, we'll put him in there. But we'll see how he feels tomorrow.
Okay, we're going to go with Dan Wikey, please.
Hey, Frank. Kyle has always been a willing kind of shooter and scorer, but there was a play in the first half, I think, where he's on a fast break and he makes the extra pass to get KCP a layup. He had the 2 block shots. How much of it do you think tonight was the other things in the first half in addition to the shot making?
Well, Kuz has really become a hell of a player, and playing in the role that he played in last year, where there was games where he wasn't really that involved in the offense and had to impact the game in other ways. I think in the long run is really, really, really going to help his game. So many young players, they come into this league in different environments, and they're asked to carry a big load offensively. And when you're doing that, sometimes you shortcut some of the other parts of the game. And Kuz has really worked on his defense. He's really worked on his rebounding, his cutting, his running the floor, all those types of things. And, I think you saw that tonight when he started scoring the ball, that he didn't force. That was the most impressive thing, I think, of his night, is when he got red hot, when the ball was swinging to him, defense was rotating. He didn't take heat check type shots. He just kept moving it on to the next guy. When he was open, he knocked it down. And, I was just really impressed with that aspect of his game tonight.
Okay, Bill Orm, please.
Hey, Frank, you talked before the game about how this game would test your depth. I'm just curious if you learned anything about about that depth in a situation where you didn't have one of your 2 stars and you didn't necessarily know who was going to step up. Was this how you saw it working, or did you learn something you didn't know about your team?
Well, this is what I hoped we would be. And this team was undermanned, so when we learned that Cat was out, it becomes a trap game, right? Their best player's out, and they have an opportunity to come in here and catch us sleeping, and we didn't do that. There's a lot of upsets around the league today, and our guys came in with the mindset that we weren't happy with our defense the first 2 games. We're going to really pick that up, and we really got after it. And then, like you said, the depth, I think, was on display tonight with the many ways that this team can put points on the board, and, the defensive talent that we have as well.
Yeah.
Kuz had a complete game tonight.
Kind of like you.
Thanks for getting in there, Allie.
Driving a double-decker tonight on the Kuz.
Man on an island over here, obviously. Fish. Save the show. Access 360. Kuz?
Yes, Kuz had his all-wheel drive tires on.
Go to the wall, James. Get out of the way.
I'm out the way,
I'm not going to the
man.
wall.
I love this part of the show.
No, I'll go to the wall. I'll go to the wall, just in case. Just in case. Driving, attacking, passing. Nice Kuz bus game tonight.
I got to say this. A lot of teamwork. You went to the wall, didn't play there. Allie went to the seat to tilt James. You went, grabbed the TV, brought it over for Fish.
Make sure my man can see. Yeah.
That's how you win. Yeah. That's how you win games. That's why all of you guys
Teamwork makes
have
the dream work.
That's why you guys all have Emmys. Nice job. More to come. Trez doing what he does, getting buckets. 12 points for Harold. Lakers beat the T-Wolves by 36. That wasn't even the biggest victory at Staples Center today.